Well, good evening. Welcome to Bedtime Stories with me, Pastor Michelle. Today is Tuesday, January 12th, and our Disney movie story is from Finding Nemo, and it's called Finding Who? The coral reef is falling down. Nemo was home brushing up against an anemone when the most awful singing he ever heard in his life made him cringe. Nemo poked his head out of the golden tentacles to see who was making the awful racket. It was Dory. Nemo should have known. Nemo swam as fast as he could toward the regal blue tang fish. "Dory, where have you been?" It seemed like a whale's age since Nemo had seen the fish who helped his dad try to rescue him from the dentist fish tank. When Nemo got closer, Dory stopped singing. That was good, but when she looked at him, her face was blank. "Did you say something?" "Dory, it's me, Nemo." "Who?" She looked at Nemo blankly. "Sorry, kid, don't know you. I was just swimming by minding my own business, singing a song." "Hey, why was I singing? Am I famous? Maybe that's how you know me." "Dory, we're friends, remember?" "Friends? I just made friends with a hermit crab, I think." Dory swam in a circle looking for the crab, but got distracted and started chasing her tail. "Please try to remember, Dory. You helped save me. You helped me find my dad. You know my dad. Big orange guy, the 3 white stripes, looks kind of like me." "My dad? Looks like you? Sorry, kid. You don't look anything like my dad." Dory looked at Nemo like he was crazy and began to swim away. Nemo swam after her. Just think about it for a second. She had to remember something. "I'm Nemo." Dory did not turn around, but she slowed down, swimming in a wide circle. She came back. She looked at Nemo sideways, then started laughing so hard bubbles came out her nose. "How'd you go in, huh?" Dory gave Nemo a big hug and smiled at him. "That was just my little joke. You know I could never forget you." Nemo giggled as he swam circles around his friend. "Good one, Dory." Dory smiled back. "Good one who?" Nemo grinned. "Oh, Dory." Oh, that was have you guys seen Finding Dory? That was a pretty good movie. Not as good as Finding Nemo, but it was good. So I'm excited. Let's hear some more about a daring woman, and today it's Lillian Boyer. When Lillian was in her 20s, she worked as a waitress in Chicago. 2 of her customers were barnstormers, airplane pilots who flew so low they skimmed the roofs of barns and did stunts. It was the early days of flight, and the public was fascinated by aerial acrobatics. When barnstormers asked Lillian to go for a ride in their open cockpit biplane, she didn't hesitate. It was love at first flight. A few days later, she went up again, but this time she wasn't content to just enjoy the scenery. She climbed out of the cockpit and walked back and forth on the wing. She left her waitressing days behind her and became a wing walker, performing in front of huge crowds at fairs and festivals all over the country. During her career, she stated many times that she never felt scared, even though she performed without safety gear or a parachute. She had complete trust in her partner, Billy Brock, a barnstormer and former World War I pilot. Before attempting a trick in the air, Lillian practiced in a barn. She also trained to keep herself in top physical shape. Their act was called Lillian Boyer's Flying Circus, and she did some of the most death-defying tricks of any of the daredevils of the day. To begin her 30-minute show, she would stand on a speeding car as the plane swooped low on her. She'd grab onto a ladder and pull herself up onto the wing. Then she'd hang by one hand or dangle by her knees, the first woman daring enough to hang like that in midair. Another trick involved her sliding her feet into straps on the plane's wings, then Billy would do loops in the air, hoping that the straps didn't break. One of her most spectacular stunts was also the most dangerous. She would crawl out of the cockpit and attach a thin cable to the wing supporting bar. On the other end was a mouthpiece that she bit down on. Then she'd slowly slide off the wing and hang by her teeth. Lillian also did parachute drops. Once after jumping from the plane, she realized she was descending too close to a Ferris wheel. The operator stopped it just in time for her to land safely in one of its cars. In 1928, federal flying regulations changed, putting an end to the dangerous sport of barnstorming. Even though the most daring girl in all the world had her feet on the ground, she still captivated listeners with tales of her escapades in the air. I mean, geez, I don't think I would do any of that. I'm not a big fan of flying. All right, my friends, God bless.